If you didn't watch my last video, you need to go check it out when I talk about God's covering over your life. But this video, I guess I'm going to reiterate what I was saying in the last video. This video is specifically for those people who be envying other people's social media lives. Envy, it's like jealousy, but it's like you just saying you wish you had it. It's similar to jealousy, it's hating, but you just wishing you had somebody else's life. Listen, when it comes to movies, what you see may be like an hour and some change, right? But behind the scenes of that movie, man, it's probably like 40 plus hours of work, 100 of hands, doing stuff over and over again. Listen, please listen when I say this, because I need you to get it. I'm talking to myself too, but I need you to get it too. When it comes to people's social media lives, stop getting so envious of the highlights. Don't get jealous of the highlights. Don't worry about the highlights. Be happy for that person. But stop getting so roused up over the highlights, man. Stop trying to live somebody else's chapter in their book. When you read a book, listen to me. Every chapter of that book ain't always good. What am I saying? Every chapter in that person's life, just because they post something on social media, that don't mean every chapter has been like that. When you see somebody, perfect example. You know how people be, they be posting the good stuff that they're going through? Like some people might always post that they always on vacation, right? You don't know, people be on vacation maxing out their credit cards, putting themselves in debt. You be just thinking, man, why they always on vacation? Why they always traveling? They ain't got no money. They putting themselves in debt trying to flex just because they want people to think they got it going on. People be driving these nice cars. Have you ever seen somebody drive a car they can't really afford the note, but they still drive because they want to flex on people? But guess what? Behind the scenes, they can't pay for nothing else because they so focused trying to impress everybody. And now their image that they trying to keep up with, at night they driving themselves crazy because they can't even focus on trying to pay every other bill because they so busy trying to keep up with this one thing just to impress people who don't even care about them. I would say all of this is coming from this Will and Jada thing, because you would say, as J. Cole said, that Will and that Jada love. I don't want that Will and that Jada love. As you see, I'm cool with my wife. I'm cool with what we got and what we building. But what we have seen over time was the good chapters of Will and Jada's life. But now we're starting to I could care less, but right now you are seeing firsthand the bad chapters are starting to come out. All the layers starting to get peeled back because the highlights is all you've been seeing. You see them on camera and at these award shows and everything. Oh, I love you, baby. You looking good, girl. But as you can see, some chapters that was bad, they starting to come out. And you say, oh, I want that Will and that Jada love. No, you don't. You don't want their relationship. You want your relationship. You look at somebody else and say, oh, I can't wait to be married. I want a relationship like yours, relationship goals. No, that's not what you want. Get your own thing. Write your own story. You get further behind by trying to keep up with somebody else's race. That's not your race. Run your race, man. Man, listen, be real with you, dog. You know how many times I get distracted and discouraged because I be looking at other like YouTube creators and videographers, and I always tell myself, look, I know I'm better than them. I know I can do this much better than them. But they further ahead, like, bruh, I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do. But they still getting further ahead doing whatever they doing. But I'm like, okay, Tyler, you don't know what they had to go through to get to where they at. You don't know what chapter happened in their life to make them successful or a failure, whatever the case may be. You don't know what took place. And Tyler, if God told you what you had to do, what they had, if you had to do the same thing to be successful, would I really even do it? Would I ever really want to be successful? Would I? If God told you to get this man or this woman you wanted, if God told you this gonna be your husband, but he gonna cheat on you, he gonna have a baby before you, but y'all still gonna be your man. If God told you this woman she gonna cheat on you, she gonna be going back and forth between two dudes. She might cheat on you in the midst of the marriage somewhere. She can't have kids. If God told you that, would you still want to get married to that woman? Look, you don't know what people's story. I know this video getting long, but I'm finna shut up. But stop trying to compare your story to other people's stories. You don't want to deal with that chapter they had to go through when it wasn't so pretty. I'm trying to tell you something. Stop worrying about what other people doing. Stop focusing on the highlights. You don't know the full story. If you knew the full story, would you still be interested in the story? If you knew all the bad chapters, would you still want to be a part of that story? Think about it. And I'm done.